All right, this video is for the speaking feedback for our Band 8 members. We have 4 responses to this part 2 question. So let's go ahead and listen to the first one from Jane. While we listen, I'm going to be taking some notes and give some feedback afterwards. So listen up, here we go.
I think that a good place to read and write for me is my own office. I can say this because it is at my own house. It's not really an office, like in a way that is a room. Actually, what I call office is a little desk that my husband built for me between my living room and my kitchen because my living room connects to my kitchen. And in the middle of the way, there is like this space that's mine where I have a homemade wood desk that my husband built for me, connecting to a library. That's not really a library, but like a bookshelf that he also made himself. I consider this good actually because as it is in my own house, I can work here, right? I can work at this place at whatever time that is good for me. It can be in the beginning of the morning, the afternoon, like during the night, whatever works best for me. And I wouldn't be able to do this if I would like if I went to a library, for example, right? And I think that it works great for me too, and it's my favorite place because I can take little breaks and just walk into my kitchen and make myself some coffee if necessary, right? It also worked perfect while I was writing my dissertation, and actually I wrote and read a lot here in this space in my desk. I think this is perfect and it's my favorite place because it's at my house. I can work here, read and write in whatever clothes I want. It's
All right, very nice, Jane. That was a really good response. Really good fluency, sounded really natural. You sound really comfortable, which is great. Not many pronunciation problems, which is really good. Really one big pronunciation problem with the word worked. Make sure that there's no worked. No, worked. Kt, kt. Right, that K-E-D, worked. But other than that, pronunciation was really great. I thought you had a good strategy. You could maybe spend a bit more time talking about the physical space, describing how big it is, what else is in that room. Describe that desk a little bit more. What kind of wood is it made of? Is it rough? Is it smooth? You do a really good job of talking about the reasons why you like to read and write in this space, but you started to repeat yourself just a little bit. 2 minutes is a long time. So yeah, make sure you give yourself plenty of variety. I think talking about the physical nature of the space and the desk would have helped a bit. But otherwise, really, really nice. I would change this to wooden desk. I would say work in this place would be better. You're talking about a room. During the night might be just a little bit strange. I think during the evening would be more common, or at night would be good. This was really great. I wanted to point out this is really complex language. You're talking about if you didn't have that desk, what would change in your life? That's a really interesting way of continuing to support your idea, continuing to give reasons why you like to read and write there, but using a little different grammar by talking about, imagining a situation without that desk, without that space. What would your life be like? So really nice job there. I think everybody can take that as an interesting strategy to get some more grammar variety without having to really go off into totally new ideas. So nice job, Jane. Well done. Okay, next we're going to hear the response from Sheikh. So let's go ahead and listen closely and watch for my feedback.
Today I am going to share with you about a place where I usually go to read and write. which is actually a small public library, and the name of the library is Athens Library for All. This place is situated on the top floor of five-storied building in the main town of our Sylhet city. Actually, a couple of years ago, in 2016, I went there first time with some of my friends. From the time I know about this place. I am a full-time student, therefore I generally need to go there for various purposes. As a student, I have to make my assignments in several times, and this place is really a fantastic place to prepare my assignment. This is because it is a very calm place. Moreover, there are various sorts of books, materials, and other things which is really helpful to make my assignments. It is also mentionable that there are 10 computers and free Wi-Fi facilities available in this place. That is why I can use them according to my need without any cost. It is also needless to say that this place is really an outstanding place to study group wise. That's why I feel comfortable to go there with my classmates and friends for this purpose. Furthermore, there are also other kinds of books such as novels, English newspaper, different kinds of story books, and so on. I really enjoy to read and these kinds of books. That's why I generally go there.
All right, nice job, Sheikh. Pretty good. You kept up some good fluency. I could tell that you prepared a lot. I would say the best way to practice, using this feedback, make sure that you're only spending 1 minute preparing. Okay, it sounded like you spent a little more time really planning out your response. That's good to do sometimes, but for this kind of feedback, it's better not to. It sounded a bit maybe that you wrote your response because there's a few pieces of language here, like moreover, furthermore. All right. Where else here? Therefore. Okay. That we don't really use these words in speaking. Okay. These are for academic writing. They're not for speaking. So use simpler words like so, plus, also, and. Okay. It'll make you sound more casual, a little less stiff and academic. Okay. A couple of pronunciation things. Situated. Situated. Okay. Usually. Usually. Situated. Usually. Okay. Let's see. Comfortable. Comfortable. That's a really tough one, but listen carefully. Comfortable. It sounds more like comfortable. FTR. It's spelled FRT, but it's pronounced FTR. Comfortable. Comfortable. Make sure the F and T are together. Ft. Comfortable. Okay? A couple of grammar mistakes. Went there for the first time. Okay? And enjoy reading. All right. Also, do my assignments. We don't make assignments. We do assignments and various purposes. Okay. A couple other things to mention. It is needless to say that. It's kind of strange. It doesn't really belong here. So remove that kind of phrase. It sounds like something you just sort of copied from advice, IELTS advice website or something. It is needed to say. You said it is needless to say that I enjoy studying there with my friends. I don't think that's needless. It sounded kind of strange. It is mentionable? No, just say your ideas. You don't need to introduce them in this way. Let's see, space between sentences. Often when you finish a sentence, you need to give a little space before you start the next one. This is a problem of writing down your response. Sounds very unnatural. Okay? And intonation. Okay? So in your sentence, you have a little rising intonation, and then you fall at the end of your sentence. Okay? and then your next sentence goes up and it comes down, right? That natural intonation you really need to pay attention to. It's not only to convey kind of emotional content, it helps the listener understand what you're saying. It really does. So try to focus on intonation. Try not to write out your full responses because it leads you to some bad habits such as these overly academic transitions and the problem with the spacing between sentences. Okay? All right, nice job. Let's move on to the next. Okay, Liz is going to be our next one. Everybody listen closely. Here we go.
Well, thinking about a place when I usually read and write, this place will be my own room. My house is so quiet. I live just with my mom and my grandmom, so it's so easy to find a silence moment to write some tasks or for reading a good book. I moved to my new house last year, at the beginning, like a year ago. I wanted a room when I don't have so much to be distracted, so I just have one bed, one table. When I always work, some days that I have to bring to home a work and finish important tasks, so I usually do this in my table on my own room. When I want to read a good book, I just to get comfortable on my own bed, and I read here. I just take uh, a little bit of tea and some cookies. I begin to read. I love to study and work or to read in my own house because I have all the facilities that I need. My mom and my grandma always are helping me to get a quiet place to get concentrated in anything that I need to do.
All right, nice job, Liz. Yeah, that was a really good response. You're speaking kind of quietly. I'm wondering if you're in your house and you don't want others to listen, maybe. But yeah, so if you try to practice with a little more energy, it'll help get a little more intonation, which really does help the listener to understand. Try to get some body language in there as well. Body language really does go a long way to helping you express better. It's not for the listener, it's for you, right? Moving your hands helps your ideas flow more naturally, okay? Now, a couple things to fix. This place will be, let's change this to would be, okay? You're imagining, if I have to choose a place, if I had to choose one place, it would be my room, okay? Kind of missed this word silent moment. I couldn't quite catch what you said there. The word bed, bed. Maybe that short E sounded a little strange. Bring home. No to. Okay, bring home some important texts. Texts or maybe documents would be a little better. And then on my table in my own room. And I started to read or start to read. And my grandma always helps me. Yeah, so a few grammar slips, a couple of grammar problems. No real big patterns of grammar mistake. I would find a way to use a little bit of past tense in your answer. Part 2 is a good chance to use a lot of variety of grammar. So maybe talk about the last time that you read a book in your bed. You could say, I remember even, last night I curled up in my bed and read a book that I've been reading recently called blah, blah, blah. Those couple of past tense verbs, I curled up in my bed, I read, you're showing that you are able to use past tense grammar, the examiner is listening for that kind of thing. Okay, so try to get a lot of variety, use a little past tense in each answer will help with that. Nice job, Liz. Good work. Okay, we are ready for our final one. This is from Shruti, so let's listen carefully and watch for my feedback.
Learning plays an important role in our life. Through learning, we can read and write the things. So, there is a place in my office by the name of Beyond Singh Library, and it is near to the IT Park, Chandigarh. This is a famous place in the region of Chandigarh. I usually go here to read and write the study material, as I have the capability to learn things and to write things. During my free time of my office, I usually read books, magazines, and novels so as to enhance my knowledge, my vocabulary, and my writings. This is a very good place as the environment of this place is very calm and soothing. And the mentors are provided over here so that we can discuss our thoughts and we can gain knowledge from them in terms of the doubts we have. So it's a very good place to learn and explore the things as to enhance our vocabulary and to gain the power of knowledge. Thank you.
Okay, Shruti. Nice answer, an interesting answer. It seems to be very carefully organized. And you started out a little more general, about the power of learning, which is really unnecessary, I think. I would go straight into it. I think you need to build more content around the place itself. Okay, start talking more about why this place is ideal for you to read and write. And describe the space, describe the location, describe what you can do there, when you usually go there, how often you go there. Talk about the last time that you went there. Okay, you're staying kind of a little bit above the topic. You're staying in this kind of general area, which really is more suitable for part 3. So for part 2, we really want a little more specific information about this place or this experience or this person, whatever it is. So really try to get into the specifics. That'll help your score. So yeah, the introduction was a little bit strange for me, the first 10 seconds or so. Grammar-wise, near, we don't need to use to, near the something. This pronunciation, capability, watch that long A sound, capability. This was really nice, calm and soothing. Good word here, good vocabulary. Yeah, other people listening or watching this video, this is a good word to incorporate, calm and soothing. And then the word thoughts. Okay, this should be pronounced with th. That TH sound, you got to get your tongue between your teeth. Thoughts. Okay, tots, you can't make it a T sound. It has to be thoughts. All right, so practice the TH sound there, that long A sound for capability as well. Otherwise, really good answer though. Just need more content. All right, nice job. Thanks everybody for watching, and as usual, just comment below if you have any questions.